Agents of Damned is a podcast intended for adults, featuring mature content that includes, but is not limited to, cursing, swearing, vulgar language and themes, verbal depictions of sexual themes and ideas, and potentially triggering depictions of depression, alcoholism, horror, and emotional and verbal abuse. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Agents of Damned, Age of Despair. I am your sometimes benevolent, often malevolent dungeon master, Jordan Roman, and sometimes Hoshi, and as always, I am joined by my fellow players.
Hi guys, I'm Katie, and I play Saith.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina, and I'm back with Winterra Dark Knight!
Yay! I'm so glad.
I am too.
And I'm Drew McLean, and are you a white person looking for love with only other white people but don't want to outwardly say that it's just white people? Try farmersonly.com.
I knew it!
I play the good Dr. Arlo Aegon. Sponsored by
You're not sponsored by farmersonly.com.
I knew it was going to be Farmers Only, I knew it!
Oh boy. Can we do that?
No, that's getting cut. We are not sponsored by Farmers Only.
Okay, we're not sponsored by Farmers Only, but please keep my
Thank
joke.
God.
Let's have a recap, guys. What happened last time?
Oh boy. Alright. Previously on Agents of Damned, 6 months had passed since the battle with Vincent, and the world had fallen into chaos. Horrid monsters called Nightwalkers began to plague the night, and Damned had been chased out of their base and back into the city of Neverwinter. Amidst the destruction, Ryan had isolated herself, leaving Damned to fall apart and the agents to scatter. At the request of Barden, Winterra and Saith found Arlo, and the three of them, along with the other field operatives of Damned, went to appeal to Ryan. Upon doing so, they learned that Ryan had fallen into a drunken stupor, and was unwilling to offer her aid. Afterwards, the agents went with Barden and Milo to learn of a more domestic threat, an archer that had been attacking civilians, known as the Amethyst Shadow. Amidst their conversation, a familiar, oily figure approached the agents to inform them that a circus had found its way into Neverwinter. The same circus that had cursed Saith with an eternal smile. The agents, along with Jasper, made their way over to the circus, where they were attacked by a Nightwalker that snuck in through a rift in the barrier around Neverwinter, caused by the circus. In the battle, Winterra was killed, and her soul absorbed by the beast before Jasper sent the Nightwalker into the circus. As Arlo and Saith tried to figure out how to approach restoring Winterra, a sudden storm appeared overhead. In a burst of lightning, an Eladrin woman emerged from the Feywild. This woman, known as Shard, said that she was sent by the head of the Winter Court, Sarastra, to aid the agents in bringing the shepherd back to life. With a new ally in tow, the agents made their way into the circus. Once inside, they found themselves faced with 3 doors. Inside each door, the agents came face to face with each of the djinn in control of their respective domains. After handily defeating the 3 djinn, and discovering the identity of the Amethyst Shadow as Elima, brought back to life and now freed from her curse, they entered the Big Top to face off against the ringleader, Idij. He trapped Saith in a sphere of wind while she was forced to watch her allies fight against the undead victims under Inij's control. Using her bond with Varus, Saith obtained a new power that allowed her to overpower Inij. With the aid of her allies, Saith was able to defeat Inij and get a wish. She used her wish to finally bring Winterra Dark Knight back to life. And thus, we resume our tale. You are all still in this giant embrace, this, for lack of better terms, and as much as I hate to say it, bear hug. When all of a sudden you guys feel, at least Arlo and Saith do, you feel this pressure up against your forehead, and you hear, "I understand you are all busy, but there is always time to acknowledge your accomplishments." And you realize she has placed a gold star on both your foreheads. Also, I'm glad to see you are back, tiny bear person!
Yeah, I was, not here when I woke up.
That is correct, you were not!
Greta, we appreciate the gold stars, but we're kind of having like a moment here. It's kind of like the three of us.
I realize that. I am simply substituting in for Captain Stillsmall as he had to go deal with a domestic dispute located at your base of operations.
Wait, what's happening?
Oh, there was a disturbance reported at the damn base of operations in the Guildhall district, so we went to check on that. I said I would remain here, as is my post, and see if anything happened to you all. I am overjoyed to see that everything worked out A-okay. And she gives a big thumbs up and smile.
All right. We should probably go check that out.
Yeah, we should probably check that out. He has not let go of her hand.
Oh.
All right, yeah. So as Winterra puts them down, Saith is just gonna linger for a minute, and I mean they're about the same. Well, not while she's in bear form,
Nope.
but she's, gonna hold the sides of Winterra's face for a minute, and she's just gonna pull her down and like press her forehead against Winterra's forehead.
Winterra doesn't resist.
Yeah, and then she's going to go ahead and go back into FBI mode. It's time to head back over.
Arlo, still not, like, releasing his grasp from Winterra's hand, uses his other hand to clap her shoulder, and he's like, "It's good to have you back. I wasn't worried for a second, but also do not leave my side ever again."
Well, I mean, I don't think we can stay that close to each other. We have other things that we do differently from one another, so, that's not really...
I mean, technically, but, we haven't even tried, so, we could.
Also, the pot calling the kettle black, Arlo.
Arlo sweeps your leg.
I'm gonna balance. I'm gonna catch myself with my tail, it's like a third leg, so it just kind of reaches out and catches my balance for me.
Let's be real, your legs are your third leg, your tail is your first and second leg.
That's fair.
Is Elima still there? Or did
She
leave?
fully is.
Hey, who's that?
Oh, yeah.
Right! Yeah!
What's up?
Hey, how are you feeling? I'm so glad that you're still with us.
I mean, same as I did when we were in there.
Yeah, Winterra, do you remember that,
Cool.
really rude and surly elven teenager we encountered before, Elma?
Yes?
What's up?
It turns out she's, not dead anymore, and she is less terrible than I thought.
Also not a teenager still, but we'll move past that for now.
I still don't believe you.
372. Although at this point, I probably have had a birthday by now. I don't remember how long I was dead for. I'll check with Milo when I head back over to the Thieves Guild.
When's your birthday?
Um,
You ever ask a question and, in the moment of asking a question, know you're being an asshole?
Elima, you can fully ignore him. You can fully ignore him.
I feel like there's a greater presence that appreciates that.
What? I'm just trying to help Elma remember if she's lost a birthday.
Again, I'll just double. Well, I don't even know what like today's date is, so I'll check with Milo. Like, from my understanding,
I can make up what today's date is off the top of my head.
No, you can't.
I mean, neither can we. We kind of lost track of the days when they stopped being, days.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I know what that means, because, I've been out of it for a bit. But I'm gonna head back to Thieves Guild. You guys better make sure you head over there once you're done with, whatever thing is going on at your place.
I'll consider it.
I assumed we were walking.
Well, I mean, she's gonna have to split off from you guys at some point.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, this conversation was happening, like, while they were walking before they have to split off.
Oh, yeah. They kind of split off. So we're all walking together. Is Winterra still bared out?
No, she eventually, like, unshifts while you guys are walking.
The minute eventually wears off.
Oh, does attempt to scoop her?
Winterra will try to wrangle herself out and then not be carried, because she's not into that.
What would we roll? What would we roll?
She will alternatively, if like this struggle is going to happen, allow you to carry her on your back.
I will accept this as a middle ground.
I would say, Winterra, you do also feel pretty tired, so...
I'll be like, let me carry you.
Yeah, Winterra is like tired. She's like, I'm not gonna let you carry me like I'm a baby, but I will ride on your back.
I wasn't gonna try to carry you like a baby. I just I thought you might be tired, and so you shouldn't you'll be walking around. It's just completely normal, regular stuff.
I have feet that work fine, Arlo.
Alright, fine. You just ride on my back, and that is a happy middle ground.
Winterra eventually does deal with the vibrating ring of Pendleton while she's riding on Arlo's
he's
back.
probably real miffed.
She's like, yeah, this ring hasn't stopped vibrating. You said you didn't talk to him at all?
I mean, at the beginning of the adventure for a little while.
I'm pretty sure you just shooed him off. Did you even explain what was going on?
Maybe?
God, poor Pendleton.
He's fine, probably.
What happens when Winterra puts the ring back on after Arlo says he's fine, probably?
The literal second you put that ring on, you hear, lip-dicked red fucking son of a bitch! I swear to God! Oh, wait, hold on. This feels... Winterra?
He's gold, not red.
Oh my God, I missed you so much! Please don't leave me ever again!
I'll try not to.
It is good to have you back. He said he was gonna throw me in the ocean.
You were gonna throw him in the ocean?
I wasn't gonna do it.
I don't believe him!
He does not believe you.
I wouldn't have let him.
I believe her.
He believes you.
I don't care what he believes.
thanks,
I wasn't gonna
Pendleton.
actually do it. In fact, I'm glad he believes I was gonna throw him in the ocean. Make sure he knows what's up.
What a dick.
Hey, Pendleton.
Yeah?
I'm kind of tired, and I'm still processing what happened. You said you can control my body in some cases?
Oh, yeah, as long as you're willing to allow me to have control, and of course you can take control back whenever.
Can you?
Sure, yeah, whatever you need.
Okay, thanks. I have a lot to think about.
That's quite understandable. I'll tag in. And you, Winterra, the way it feels for you is... It's not wholly dissimilar to what it was like when your soul was extracted, but it's more like it's just shrunk down and you feel... It's more cozy.
Is it like she's in a waiting room, but a nice one?
Like a nice waiting room?
Or like sitting in front of the fireplace. Sitting on a couch in front of the fireplace with a cup of tea.
Just playing that one song where it's like do 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 do.
Okay.
Why are you this way? Why are you the way you were?
I don't know.
You are such a gremlin.
Do Dragonborn have ear holes?
That has been something we have come up with multiple times and not bothered to come up with an answer for, but presumably there is a hearing apparatus on their head.
I'm being carried on Arlo's back right now.
And Pendleton's in control.
He's gonna try to give Arlo a wet willy.
Ha!
Can I roll to notice this?
Sleight of hand versus perception.
Oh, hell yes!
Ah, fuck! Fuck! Alright, that's actually pretty good. Where's my perception? Perception, please be good.
I don't think it's gonna be good enough no matter what based on these giggles.
Is it good enough to beat a 27?
It's a 19.
You are one wet ear hole more.
Ah! God damn it! Winterra! Quit it!
My finger slipped.
Can I roll another perception to, like, see if this is Winterra?
I think the way that the wording works for this is they can roll insight against my deception.
Yes.
Alright, insight. Cool, that is the same. Alright, let's see what our insight is. Ah, fuck. Alright. How does the 16 do, Christina?
27 again.
Fuck all the way off.
I love
This is literally what Pendleton is meant to do. Well, okay, not wet willies, but you get the idea.
No, Pendleton is meant to do wet willies.
Alright, fine.
Pendleton's fighting style is way of the wet willy rogue.
We support you, Pendleton!
Saith can also make the roll technically if she feels like anything is off, but I don't know that Saith would think that's weird. Winterra was also pretty miffed at Arlo for disappearing.
That part.
So yeah, you guys eventually split off from Elima. She goes off and, just says, meet up with her in a bit. But as you guys get closer to your own HQ, you definitely do start hearing some pretty loud noises. Specifically, you hear what sounds like yelling. Roll me, let's see, investigation or history to see if you can tell who's yelling.
14. A big meaty 14.
18.
I only rolled a 15.
You all recognize the voice of Orlo. However, there's another voice. Arlo, you can't quite make it out. It sounds vaguely familiar, but you can't quite place it. But Saith and Pendleterra, you both actually recognize Yarvum. And it sounds like they're the ones that are yelling. You can't really quite make out what, though. It's just noise.
Alright, well, Saith is gonna pick up the speed and start running.
Yeah, Pendleterra also jumps off Arlo's back and will follow suit.
Arlo sees Pendleterra jump off. He's like, no! And runs after you.
Why do you think they're fighting?
What? What's happening? Oh, right. Yeah, I'm worried about that also.
Those two are pretty close. What could be going on?
Tara? Hey, you...
Do I know about Bug? Like, you sending the message?
You were there when Bug was sent. We don't know how or where that got resolved at.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Tara? Did Bug make it to Bookworm?
Would Pendleton have known that?
Well, Pendleton did decide to make a smart aleck comment, noting that he knew what your message was. But as far as knowing whether or not Bug made it,
I don't even think Winterra knew that. Like, Winterra wasn't even aware of that. So, no, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Honestly, I forgot that I even sent that.
Actually, I will say this. You can make me an Arcana check as Winterra. And Pendleton will just passively know this, but this is something only Winterra would really be able to notice.
Oh, that's even worse as Winterra. Oh, gosh.
I stand by what I said.
Oh, no. How does a 4 do?
It doesn't. You're not used to being the sub in the whole body-soul relationship, so you're still
Oh my god.
getting used to that.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
Yeah, so Pendleterra stands by the statement of, no, I have no clue what happened there. I honestly kind of forgot that was even something still needing to be resolved.
Okay. Let's just get up there and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Alright, so as you guys get in there, you notice that the yelling seems to be coming from Ryan's office. So you guys make your way up the stairs into the office, and as you get in there, you see actually several figures. There is obviously the previously mentioned Orlo and Yarvum, and then, unsurprisingly, off to the side you do see Barden, since he was called there to try and handle the noise complaint. At her desk is Ryan once again, However, she does not appear to be involved in the yelling fit in any way. And Orlo and Yarvum are not yelling at each other, but at Bookworm, who is also there.
Oh, shit.
Additionally, off to the side, you also see Nelg and Sniffs.
Someone's yelling at Bookworm. Someone's gonna get mauled by a bear.
Well, now that you're here, it sounds like they're trying to talk her out of something. Like, it starts, like, as you come up, you just hear us like, "You know that this is an insane thing! We can't let you do something like this! Not with the world the way it is! You're being ambitiously foolish!" And Bookworm is just angrily signing back at them, like, every few bits. Some pretty unusually nasty stuff for her.
Oh, damn.
Bookworm!
She looks over at you guys and, like, she looks relieved for a moment to see you guys, but then immediately turns back to her dad's.
I don't remember a lot of my sign language, but like half of that was just you flipping them off, so you must be pretty pissed.
Aura looks over at you guys and says, "This doesn't concern you. This is a family matter."
Well, then it kinda does, doesn't it?
Yeah, like it or not, we're all family now.
Yarvum turns towards you guys, and he was sort of, like, hunched over a little bit, but now he stands upright, and he is a fairly large man, and says, "It doesn't concern you. Back off."
Winterra did not like that. Winterra didn't like that. Winterra didn't like that at all. Oh, God.
Tag team, baby.
Hold on.
Winterra started getting hard in control. I'm curious what happens there.
Everyone needs to hang on a minute here. Everyone's emotions are peaked. Obviously, something very stressful is happening. The details of which, no, we do not need to be involved in. That wasn't the point of us coming here. The point is, let's slow down. Bookworm, what's going on? What do you need?
Bookworm starts to sign at you, and then Orlo steps in front of her and says, "I understand you want to help, but this is something we need to handle. I'm sure you have other things that need to be dealt with, and we'd appreciate it if you dealt with them elsewhere."
Orlo,
What?
as someone who spent a much longer time than they should have pushing away people who just wanted to help, let me tell you from experience, please just tell us what's going on. You never know. We're all just fucking trying to help each other in our own weird ways. We might even help you. We might even be on your side. Just let us know what you're doing. Let us know what's up.
Yarvum actually introduces, "Is it something that requires outside intervention? The decision has been made already. What she's proposing is absolutely preposterous and a suicide mission, and it is not something that we will allow someone as frail and helpless as her to do." Everyone
She's not frail and helpless.
Whoa, dude.
Hold up. Everyone roll me perception.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit. I'm rolling it. Oh, that's not very good. Let's see what I have for perception.
It's not a high DC.
I
That's
got a
12.
25.
That is a
Yeah, I got
12.
an 18.
You all notice this. I would say, though, Saith, since you were trying to communicate with Bookworm, you would probably be the first one to notice this, but everyone does. As Yarvum says that, and you guys start to get into, like, your back and forth, like, yelling fit over that, Bookworm looks pissed. pissed.
Good.
And then you all feel a breeze.
Oh shit.
She starts to mouth something that none of you can hear. And then, amidst everything, a wall of water erupts from all around you. As you hear a loud stomp, and everyone turns to see Bookworm face to face with Yarvum, growling, her eyes glowing with a powerful arcane force. As Yarvum and Orlo are silent. Bookworm then begins to sign, and Saith, you already knew how to understand it. Arlo, you said that you paid money for lessons, so I'll say you can just understand it now.
I'll say it, like, if it involves, like, anger or curse words, those are the first things Arlo learned. So he remembers those best.
You understand what she's about to say.
Oh,
and Winterra, I would say as a combination of you as Winterra gaining interest in Bookworm and wanting to be able to communicate with her beggar, and then also Pendleton being in control right now, I assume.
Yeah.
You're also able to understand this. And she says, it's not your place to decide what I can do. I know I'm weak, but the world is hurting, and I can't sit by and do nothing. Not anymore. And she walks over to Ryan's desk, who at this point, up until that point, Ryan just looked annoyed that everyone was in there. Like, she still was very much in the mindset of, like, not wanting to be a part of this anymore. But now her jaw is on the ground as she just cannot believe what she has seen. And Bookworm, she's been holding this little piece of paper and slams it down on Ryan's desk. Ryan slowly looks down at the paper, picks it up, and reads it to herself. And then, with a look of concern, she looks up at Bookworm and says, Are you sure? This would put you in grave danger. I understand your concern, but... And then, as she's trying to say this, she looks like she's sort of having, like, her own little inner monologue. Like, she's trying to, like, rationalize through everything that's going on with the world, with what's in front of her, with what she's been struggling with. And she looks lost right now. If you guys would like to say anything, that would be an excellent time.
Bookworm, how can we help?
Ryan actually, she looks up at you, and she notices your demeanor looks a little different than it did last time you guys were up there. She notices that kind of all of your demeanors look a little bit different from last time. Like there's a little more hope in there. And she says, you can answer me this. Do you trust Bookworm?
Of course we do.
Winterra takes back over.
Okay, fair.
With everything.
With my entire being.
Hell, more than I trust myself sometimes.
Bookworm smiles at you all. And Ryan just looks down at the paper. Just... Again, it looks like she's really just struggling with this. And then she says, You all have been... Even with everything going on, you've still been trying. How haven't you all given up yet? I've looked at this so many times and I can't find anything. How?
Arlo kind of like looks at her, and you can kind of feel like the gears turning in his head because he's really caught in the middle, in that he's very personally hurt, but he also very much understands like where she came from and like why she did what she did, and he's just caught in the middle of saying something mean and something comforting because he just really hasn't had the time to process, and he just looks at her for a little bit and says, "Look, no one. If we give up, then what the hell else is there? There's nothing left to do but keep pushing for something better. The second we give up is the second this is actually over, and the second we've actually lost."
Well, mine's, simple. It's love. I could have given up at 5 years old. But the last thing my mom had said to me was that she loved me. And she wanted me to be happy. And so I took that and I ran with it. And it's from that love that I found this love. All of this love. This whole family. So, Yarvum, yes, it's very much my business. Because you are not some stranger. You are family. And if we don't love the people out there that have no one else to love them, then we've absolutely failed.
Winterra just places a hand on Say's shoulder and looks between her, and then she looks at Bookworm for a moment, and then settles on Ryan. She says, "Hope and love and family, and what that means for others who may not know or have an idea of where to start. If we have any ideas of where to go, doing what we can and what we have been doing has been what has needed to happen. We have to be the start so that others can see where to go. That's why we've kept going."
I want all three of you to roll me a persuasion check.
I got a 15.
I'm gonna use commanding presence.
Fair.
You don't have to, because I also got a 15, but you gotta
If this
add,
works like the last time I've added commanding presence.
I got a 24.
Alright, that's now a 19, so commanding presence is putting in work.
Yep. As you all say what you need to say to her, Ryan looks down for a moment, and then she actually reaches into one of the drawers on her desk, and she pulls out this little book, and she smiles as she looks at it, as if she's recalling a fond memory, and she says, This was actually a gift from Odot. First year after we had met, he gave me this. He said it was a story of the time that he spent with his father before he was cast into the Shadowfell. Did you know that he always wanted to be a writer? Travel the world and write amazing tales of everything that he saw. He's terrible at it. I've read this book so many times. I could tell you every grammatical inconsistency.
Every grammatical inconsistency.
This is a very Ryan line.
What a lovingly Ryan line.
Thank you.
Like
I was very
you
proud of
every
that.
grammatical inconsistency. I was like, that's
That's
Ryan's love language.
That's our next t-shirt.
Ryan's love language is fucking proofreading.
Ryan's love language is proofreading.
But I could also recite the entire thing by heart. And I had always looked forward to seeing what else he could do. Even now, I still read it regularly. And she closes her eyes and clenches her fist. Before they shoot open again, with an all too familiar fire in her eyes. She stands up from her desk, grabs a stamp off to the side, and punches it down on the paper that was presented to her. Orlo and Yarvum step forward as if they're about to say something, but then Ryan looks up and they back down. And she says, "Bookworm, Sniffs, Nelg, front and center, please." They both do this. Bookworm drops the wall of water. And Ryan says, "I trust you all understand the dangers associated with what you are asking. Do you all agree with this?" Bookworm nods, and then Sniffs says,
Sniffs trust Bookworm. She be good. Me want help. Sniffs help.
and then Nelg says, "It was her idea to do this whole crazy thing anyway. It'd be pretty shitty of us to back out now." Ryan nods at all of them and says, "Very well then. The three of you shall then join us as our newest team of field operatives."
Winterra looks kind of shocked as soon as that is the revelation of the day.
Saith looks proud.
Arlo hands each of them tiny cowboy hats.
Yarvum storms out.
Yarm doesn't get a tiny cowboy hat.
Bookworm looks back kind of dejectedly, but Orlo puts a hand on her shoulder and says, It's all right. He'll just need some time. But I see now that it was wrong of us to still see you as the small, helpless child that we met so long ago. I am sorry, and I will support you on this." And they both start tearing up and share a nice little hug. And Ryan says, "If we're going to make this official, you're all going to need a name. I don't suppose you happen to have any ideas?" And Nelk chimes in with, "Actually, Bookworm had a pretty good one. All of us come from some background where we were considered the outlier of our clans, tribes, whatever you call it. The black sheep of our families. As such, we decided to take up the name Team Outcasts." Ryan gives an affirming nod and says, "Very well then. Team Outcasts, welcome aboard." And as much as I would love to celebrate this, it has occurred to me now that I have been sitting around doing nothing while the world falls apart, allowing my team to do all of the work, and that simply will not do. We have a lot to catch up on. Gather the other teams. We're not done yet. After all. And she looks at you, Arlo, when she says this next line. If we give up, then it is all truly over.
And now, a quick word from our sponsors.
Yeah, and so I was just, I was telling him about the thing, with the...
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. No,
Drew, oh my God.
Drew? Drew, are you okay? Drew? You good?
Oh God, no!
Yes.
Oh no,
Yes.
they got him.
Yes.
Turned into the dice gremlin.
It is I, the Dice Goblin.
Gremlin.
Goblin. I wrote the commercial. It's the fucking Dice Goblin. Katie.
Oh no, not the Dice Goblin. Dice Goblin, why are you here?
I am here, for I am the dark passenger within you all that you cannot sate.
He's right. I feel the need to buy dice now, but wherever will I do that?
You'll never be able to get enough high-quality dice at a low price to satiate me. There is no such place to get such things.
That's not true.
What?
You could go to www.adventuredice.ca and put in the code AGENTS at your time of purchase. You'll get 10% off.
Wow, do they have, like, a wide variety of things to choose from? Like, regular dice, small dice, big dice, wooden dice, metal dice, sharp-edged dice, and,
Even D6 and D10 sets.
Wait, they have D6s and D10 sets? Shit!
Exactly, and you can get almost every single set with the exception of the Andrea's Adventures Charity set.
that's still over 300 dice to choose from.
So many dice! Your dice goblin will surely be satisfied.
Now, with all of these dice available, the Dark Passenger has been sated and I am vanquished. No!
Oh god, did you die?
Hey guys, what's up? What did I miss?
There he is, he's all good.
Hey, thanks AdventureDice.ca!
I don't know what's going on. I left to get a sandwich.
Alright, so at this point, we're gonna sort of fast forward a little bit. You guys start getting the, essentially like the ground, like catch-up work of what needs to happen in order to, what is your ultimate objective of get back to base and save Odart. But obviously there's a lot of moving pieces involved with that, so largely it has been Ryan reclaiming control of Damned, much to Orlo's relief. And just getting everything in order to know what you all have to work with. So, until we are ready to move on to that next part, it's time for a little downtime.
Oh boy.
Also, everyone leveled up, yay!
Huzzah!
Do you all want to talk about your level ups?
No!
Okay!
I took a level up in Warlock again, so I am now level 8 Warlock, level 5 Rogue. I took up Sentinel, the don't touch my friends or I'll fucking murder you feature. Very excited. And I'm now on 4th level spell slots.
Juicy.
Hey, say, there's a term that you're going to need to learn, that you're going to need to say a whole lot. Do they move within 5 feet of me?
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
I'm so excited.
Do they come within 5 feet of me, my dude? Will I have my reaction free?
Winterra ended up taking more Druid, of course, which gives me 7th level spells, which makes me very excited for the future of my Conjure Fae spell.
Yeah, I'm real excited for that.
Oh yeah, and then Pendleton did 13 too. So we have a 13th
Okay.
level rogue, which is exciting because it means when Pendleton's in charge, all the lies.
As we have just learned, all of the lies.
All of the lies.
So, with that, let's go ahead and get started on everyone's downtime. Winterra, we'll actually start with you.
Okie dokie.
So you are making your way through downtown Neverwinter, through the guild halls, just, you've been doing your usual thing of, doing your summoning circle shenanigans.
Hang on a second. Can we just, make it a point to state that we had a conversation after the fact with poor Winterra? I don't want to just skip past the fact that she died, woke up. Hey, downtime.
Do we want to do that first?
I feel like there was at least an entire montage of Arlo trying to convince Winterra to, ride in a baby Bjorn everywhere on his person.
We don't need to do that one.
I just, I wanted to make sure that it was established that at some point, I'm sure they probably sat down and Saith goes, something along the lines of like, we didn't have a chance to like talk about it, but I want to make sure you're okay because it's messed up. Like, something along those lines. I just want to make sure that it is established that we did not just ignore the fact that Winterra died and came back to life like it was
Everything's
nothing.
fine. Everything's totally normal. That didn't happen.
Yes, I don't want that to be a thing. I want it to be known that Saith did not just drop the ball on this one. We did not talk about this.
It's not relevant information.
It is not relevant information.
Someone would even phrase that as relevant information.
Nah, that's dumb. Alright, so where is this happening?
So I imagine, like, right after the revelation of Team Outcasts, that just kind of moves pretty quickly. That night, do they go back to the actual room at HQ, or is Arlo trying to get them to go back with him to the fight club?
Oh, Arlo's fully trying to get you guys to come back to the fight club room.
I'm not against it.
Arlo's like, look, I know it's a mess right now. I will fully take responsibility for that, but like, it's a nice room. It's easily like 3 times the size of this room.
We can always pay to have somebody clean it up, I guess.
Oh, I don't have to pay. They just kind of gave up after a while. I can just promise them I'll stop fucking it up. I mean...
Won't the people there think that what was the word you used, Arlo? Prostitutes?
No. And also, we're going to forget that knowledge, so that Bookworm doesn't think I taught you that.
Yes. They go back to the fight club room.
I talked to the cleaning staff, and I'm like, hey, look, I'm in a better place now emotionally. I promise I won't break any more beer bottles. Please clean up in there. It'll be fine. I promise you.
Who do you say that to?
The cleaning staff, I guess.
It's just this large, like, orcish woman, and she just grunts at you.
I was like, well, that's as good of a response as I've ever gotten. And then goes back to the room.
Yeah, you guys go into the room. It actually looks like it has been, like, cleaned up pretty nicely.
Oh, wow, they're quick.
Oh, nice.
Almost as if you weren't there to mess it up for almost half a week.
Oh, dang.
That's fair.
Guys, you know there are hardwood floors in here?
I think as they walk into the room, when Tara makes a comment like, wow, they really cleaned up your room really fast in, like, a day.
It's been several days. You have been, dead. And
Asleep.
that is the whole thing. You,
Yeah, we definitely need to talk about this.
Yeah, Winterra, are you good?
I mean...
We know the answer. I know you well enough to know that you're definitely not.
Winterra just kind of, like, is doing that deadpan stare off at, like, a wall, and she is just like, I was unconscious for some amount of time. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to you all. I don't know what you had to go through. And all I know is that I was on top of Pine, and then I wasn't. And then I woke up in a grove somewhere with bombs on my body, and I walked back in the direction of where I remembered you guys being.
You were targeted by a Nightwalker. And it got you.
Winterra, roll me a history check.
16.
The second Saith says that memory, that fight, immediately comes back to you.
She's still staring at the wall. She's just quietly like, I know.
We were able to get your body to Otelo.
My family knows.
No, only Otelo.
And honestly, given Autolo's track record, I don't think she's gonna tell anybody else.
What did she say?
She said that she could tell something was wrong.
How?
She came.
We didn't really
I'm sure
ask. We were kind of preoccupied because you had died.
She was able to preserve your. She was able to keep you safe. for us. We were able to get a wish from the genies.
Why? Winterra's kind of like holding the... What is the name of the item?
Periaptive wound closure.
Yeah, she's kind of like, she puts her hand kind of to the periaptive wound closure as you guys are talking about this wish. She's just like, I don't understand how everything happened. This is supposed to make sure that doesn't happen. I would just be unconscious. I would just...
It doesn't work like that when it comes to these creatures.
Yeah, they're pretty fucky.
You would have been placed in another plane of existence. It took your soul.
That explains the other memory I have of nothing.
I know this is a lot to process. Take your time. We don't have to rush through it, and any questions that you have, we're here to answer.
What... Do you guys know why they're still showing up?
The Night
The
Walkers.
circus?
Both?
Oh, the circus is fully no longer a thing. But the Night Walkers, that's because they've got a different source. They're coming from that, from Odart's dad, who's currently inhabiting his body, and is currently taking over our original base in the interdimensional space in the jewel on our lion turtle friend.
Yep, nope, I was around for that part. I remember that.
I'm just reminding you, it is common for memories to be hazy after a revival from the dead. The farther back from death you had to travel, the harder the journey is.
And this wasn't an ordinary death. You didn't die by a natural means. So both your body and your soul are not going to know how to react to what happened to you.
I don't feel any different.
Not feeling any side effects.
I mean, I'm really tired.
So fatigue, jot down. Do you have any muscle aches?
Of course I feel muscle aches, Arlo. I was
Muscle
laying on a
aches.
ground for 4 days and didn't move.
What about itchy, watery eyes?
Oh
Itchy,
my
watery eyes?
gods, Arlo.
I am trying
think-
to help. I don't know how else to do so.
I will be fine.
Okay.
What I'm more worried about right now, and I know she's capable, but if they're still out there, what happens if a bookworm or Sniffs or Nelg comes across one of those things? What am I supposed to do then?
Winterra, that's why we have to fight to end this. Everyone that everyone cares about is now constantly in danger of going through what you went through.
And what's more than that, what am I supposed to tell people if they find out that that's how things happened, that this even happened? And, like, my family lost Niavra to the same thing. And they don't get her back like that. But I'm here.
It's very special circumstances.
Yeah, we did have to kill a lot of genies to get you back. How many genies? We killed 4 genies. It took 4 genie deaths to bring you back. It was a whole thing.
Let's just say that, the Dark Knight family owes me a few favors.
What does that mean, Saith?
I own your family.
I mean,
I own you.
Winterra understands what it means as far as Oliver, but she's also like, what did you have to do?
We don't need to worry about that.
I feel like I'm owed that answer.
It was a difficult decision.
This was the circus that cursed you as a child, right?
It was. But It has nothing to do with this. Don't worry.
So you could have gotten rid of your curse, Seth. Why didn't you do that instead?
Because what happened to you wasn't fair. I suffer for eternity until I die. I mean, that's... what, another 120 years? And then this goes away. Hopefully. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be with me in the afterlife or not. It doesn't... I mean, I don't know if this is gonna be with me in the afterlife or not. That not the point. I wouldn't have been able to live with the fact that I never would have been able to smile again if I chose that.
So I'm back. Because of the wish that you made.
Yeah.
My mom said it best last time, I think. My family definitely owes you a lot.
Definitely worth it. And it's not like you guys have to pay me back anytime soon, just in, continuing to treat me like family. That is honestly payment enough.
Winterra tackles you, like a bear tackle.
Totally fair.
Just imagining the orcish woman opening the door and then, like, seeing the tackle and then, like, closing the door.
Oh my god.
I was literally about to say that.
I was like, no, wait, no, it's not what it looks like.
And Tara, whether you tell people or not, it's entirely up to you. This was a hugely traumatic event for everyone involved. You talking about it is up to you and should be at your own pace. If you need to talk about it at any point in time, there are people who are here for you. Me and Arlo, we know what happened. Even Adela will be able to talk with you. You're not alone. So you don't have to bottle this up. If people ask or find out, then we tell them the truth. Can't really sound that much more ridiculous than anything else that we faced.
I guess you're right. The idea of keeping something like this from anyone, especially anyone close to me, is weird. I've never had this before. Where keeping something from someone might hurt less than not.
Well, as someone who's currently keeping a secret from someone that he cares about, all you have to do is that every time you talk to them, you take that feeling of, like, maybe I should tell them, and then you swallow it deep, deep down, right into the pit of your stomach, and then, eventually, you just kind of get used to it.
So I shouldn't do that because the other ideas that you've had so far have been not good ones.
What? No, I've had plenty of great ideas.
You disappeared for 6 months because of an idea, and that seemed like a really bad idea, so I'm currently thinking your ideas are not good ones, Arlo.
That's fair.
You guys need to have your moment now. I'm gonna go get a drink at the bar.
Don't put it on my tab.
No promises.
Winterra does turn to Arlo and is just like, I'm mad at you for leaving. But I'm glad that you stuck around to help.
I'm sorry I left. I need to get used to not thinking that it's hard to put into words. I need to get used to thinking that I don't exist to be useful. And that if I fail at something, it doesn't mean that I should go away. Because it's been that way in the past a lot.
We can't learn if we don't make failures.
That is something I am learning now that I did not get very many opportunities to learn in the past. And I'm not trying to make excuses. And you don't have any obligation to forgive me. In fact, if you never forgive me again for the rest of the days you live, that is fine, because I did you wrong. I just don't want you to get hurt again.
I would also prefer not to get hurt again. But it's not that I don't want to forgive you. It just hurt a lot. Family is really important to me, Arlo. It always has been. It's all I've ever really had. And growing close with you and Saith, and you guys being the first people I really got close to after leaving my family, when you left, it hurt a lot. And I think I just need time.
And I want to give you that time. But also, I don't want you to move from outside of my arm's reach, because you died, and I cannot handle that.
I make no promises, because that's not something that works. What happens when I have to go to the bathroom, or...
I will look away, and you will stay in a baby Bjorn on my chest.
No.
No, it can work. You're not listening.
No,
Look, we can make it can work.
Safe! I'm catching up to you!
No!
And on that note, we're actually going to cut over to Saith. So, Saith, you find yourself in a tavern. What's Saith drinking?
She's drinking traditional absinthe.
Alright.
Big green glass.
Even in this fantasy world where there's like all kinds of dwarven whiskey and stuff, I feel like the barmaid, like the barkeep is still just like, absinthe? Really? Are you sure?
Hey, so speaking of things not being okay, are you okay?
I mean, I'm better now. Well, I mean, aside from, this.
And Varys shows up with a big grin on his face.
Oh no.
Didn't think that one through at all.
Oh no. Oh, I tried to warn you. I thought this could be a problem.
Yeah, no, didn't. Well, you see, the thing is, I was kind of thinking about how cool that one line would be about, like, Hail to the Rat King and all that. Forgot that the whole what's mine is yours and yours is mine thing goes both ways.
Oh, honey. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you feel pain? Does it hurt?
No, well, I mean, I can feel it, but I don't have a physical form to feel the pain, so, I guess I'm good?
Okay, alright, at least there's that, alright, so...
It doesn't look too creepy, does it?
It looks nightmarish.
Oh, boy.
You're taking a really long time to answer.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry, it doesn't look good on me either, I was
It
just
works
not
for
the
you? Oh, God!
It works for me, really?
I mean, kind of.
Oh, Boris.
But it does it for me? Oh, no!
It's disconcerting. It's not your fault.
No! I have an image to maintain!
I love you regardless. You are still the intimidating drow you've always been. There's just like a new...
You always thought I was scary?
None of this is getting better. I feel like this is just digging a grave. I love it.
Yeah, that... I have a lot to talk to you about my therapist because that should not have been a turn on for me anyway. We had this conversation.
Yeah, I know, but you didn't say turn on. No.
I don't feel that way about you now. I feel that way. She's just gonna take a sip of her absinthe.
Aw.
And as you do, someone else sits at your table. You look up and you see what looks like another tiefling. They have this bright pink skin, very long horns, complementing their jet black hair, and
Just these enchanting eyes. And she looks at you and says, I hope I'm not interrupting you.
No ma'am. How can I help you?
Oh, well, I just thought, maybe you might like something a little more tasteful? And she actually slides her drink over to you, and it looks pretty good.
I'm gonna roll investigation.
Go ahead and roll it. What are you rolling it, like, to see?
If it's a drink that's concerning.
Yes, if I should be concerned about the drink.
If it has a high dose.
If it has a high dose. 24.
It looks totally fine.
Cool, I'm gonna go ahead and just take a sip.
It's really good.
Oh, shit. Well, I guess I need to roll insight then, don't I?
I mean, you don't have to, but you're free to.
Oh, okay. Well, my insight's a 19.
As far as you can tell, this person doesn't seem to have anything malicious planned, but you also cannot tell what their end goal is. She says, I just wanted to thank you for, well, helping me out, unintentionally as it was.
How so?
Oh, well, you've been giving my father no shortage of trouble, and, well, anyone who does that has to be rewarded in my books. Can't stand the old coot. He's always going on and on about how great he is. He's really not.
Oh boy. So, what can I call you, beautiful stranger?
That's very kind of you. I suppose you can call me... Saya. You have never heard this name before in your life.
Yeah, I was like trying to think.
Well, Saya, I am pleased to give your father hell.
Glad to hear it. Just wanted to extend a token of appreciation, was all. So, I'll keep this brief, but if you ever need me for anything, don't be afraid to call. And she slides you a little card that says Saya on it, and it has a speaking stone number. And she just says, I hope to be in touch. And she struts off outside, out of the bar. You find yourself, like, entranced with her as she walks out. I don't know how Saith skews as far as whether she is straight bi or what have you.
She's very fluid when it comes to, like, actual relationships, but, I mean, she favors Barton, but, I, myself, am
Pink skin mommy.
Get back here, pink-skinned mommy.
Pink-skinned mommy does not come back. And as she leaves, Mara says,
Wow, she was something.
God, I know, 10 out of 10.
You're going that low?
Well, we're technically related, so...
Feels like a weird way to go about that. I mean, it is only, just a tiefling. It's not like all tieflings are related.
No, I mean, like, my bloodline is literally related to him.
That was a woman.
No, I mean, Asmodeus.
That wasn't Asmodeus.
Horace.
I am genuinely confused here.
Her father is Asmodeus. Alright?
Look, that's absolutely insane. Everyone knows that Asmodeus' daughter is named Glacio.
and as you pick up the card and sort of like shine it in the light, you do just ever so faintly, thanks to your devil's eyes, or eyes of the runekeeper, actually, see that it does in fact actually spell Glacia. Okay, so now downtime?
Now downtime.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So, Winterra, you're walking down the streets of downtown Neverwinter.
Utilizing Pendleton, when Tara snuck away from Arlo and his, you have to stay within 5 feet of me grasp, he's like, oh my god, I'm so glad that you're good at being sneaky, because that was getting unbearable.
It was a bit... I don't understand why he had to say the baby Bjorn.
I don't like any of that. That's not even how we carry young in the forest. They just ride on our backs. That's really weird.
I was honestly afraid you were going to say you grabbed them by the neck in your mouth.
Well, that's when they're really, really young, and only if they can't change back. And it's
Jim!
Hey, look at Jim!
Oh, hey, that's what I was looking for. Perfect.
And you come across the building that its banner is just like a big muscly arm, and it is labeled the Guild of Gains.
If I don't think about my feelings and I work out enough, then things will be okay, because then I'll get stronger and then nothing can bother me. That's how that works, right, Pendleton?
So you walk in, and there is just a ton of equipment in here. It's this very large building, but because it is kind of later on, there's not really a whole lot of people in there. In fact, there's really only 3 that you notice. The first is this Aarakocra. He has this fairly lean but still muscular build, and he has a rope ladder splayed across the ground, and he's doing that thing where he steps in, steps out, and then keeps going down 1 notch at a time doing that, and he is going fast. It is impressive.
Agility drills.
Thank you. Next, you see this Goliath that is doing a wall sit while holding this very large, what looks like iron ball. And he is sweating profusely, but is not moving an inch, not even so much as a slight tremble. His form is immaculate. And then the last one that you see is doing bicep curls, and theirs is sort of set up on this weird pulley system, because this person themselves is fairly small, so the regular size weights are a bit too much for them, but they are set up, the weights that they are still pulling are still nothing to scoff at. They're doing 80-pound bicep curls. Oh yeah, and the reason they're so small is that they're a mouse folk.
No, oh, it's
Jordan.
a Mighty Mouse. It's a Mighty Mouse.
Jordan, don't do the mouse again.
So these are the 3 people that you
Do
see.
not talk to that mouse.
What do you do?
Don't talk
Yes, I
to
wasn't
the
going
mouse.
to, but now I feel like I have to.
No.
Talk to the mouse. No cheeses for us,
I
pieces.
know what the mouse is. I remember this mouse. Jordan has utilized this
too.
mouse before. Do not talk to the mouse.
I do too.
I don't see what the problem is. I'm allowed to reuse NPCs, and besides, it's something only a few people know about.
Christina, if you talk to this mouse.
God.
It hasn't been done on the show.
Continue, Jordan.
I'm waiting to see what you do. I asked what you do.
Oh, I didn't hear you because of Drew being upset about
Don't
Mighty Mouse.
talk to the mouse.
So can I assume that it went in order of Dex, Con, Strength for the 3 of them?
I don't know why you'd assume that, but yes.
Of what their focuses are.
Glad I made that clear.
Winterra's impressed by the mouse, but she's gonna go over to the Goliath, I think you said, in the middle.
Oh, thank the old gods.
That's pretty impressive.
He looks up at you as if you have just broken him out of a trance.
Oops.
And as he does, new guest! And you notice that the Aarakocra and the mouse folk also turn over immediately, with a glint in their eyes. And they also stop what they are doing and come over as well. The Goliath stops the wall sit and, Nosferatu stands up from the wall. His back does not change angle at all. He says, "It is good to see a new face in the Guild of Gains. I am Paolo." The Aarakocra speaks up next and says, "I am Albator." And then finally the mouse folk says, "And I am Raoul."
What brings you to the Guild of Gains?
Oh, well, if I come here and I get strong enough, then nothing can hurt me again. At least that's my thought.
They all nod approvingly as if this is a truth that they all know. Raoul even says, "Oh, I see that you are well versed in the sacred tenets of the Guild of Gains!" And then points to a sign on the wall, and one of the notions on it is, if you get strong enough, nothing can ever hurt you.
Winterra's just nodding. She's just, like, looking around at all of them. Yeah, sure. This seems like a fitting place. My dad always said that if you fail at something, you just have to be stronger, so, yeah.
Your dad was a wise man.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Thank you.
I'm just remembering. Aww.
Be stronger.
Still a good line.
Winterra, like, is, like, taking off, like, a cloak or of something because it's kind of, like, warm in the gym, and she's, like, showing off her abs, and she's just like, yeah, I mean, this seems like the kind of place where I could just kind of spend time and not worry about anything else going on outside of the city, and I feel like I've not been focusing on myself a lot and focusing on other people, so I thought maybe this might be a place that I could do that.
You have come at an ideal time. We happen to be 3 of the trainers of the Guild of Gains. We can help you, even to improve what I can see are in-progress abs.
Thank you.
It is admirable to see that you are attempting to build them up, but I see great potential hidden within.
That sounds like a compliment, and, thank you. That is the goal.
I'm imagining Winterra's gonna spend more and more time here, and the next time Bookworm sees her, she's gonna openly drool.
Bold of you to assume she hasn't been.
Right?
Alright, so technically we're modifying the Guild of Gains from how it was originally supposed to work, since this is like a time-skippy sort of thing, and if we went off the original rules I gave you guys, you could all max out on Strength, Con, and Dex, and fuck that.
Trust me, I asked.
So the way we're going to do this is you get one, Christina, you get one increase of your choice for free. If you want to improve another one, you'll have to roll a save of that type, and then if you want to try and do the third one, you'll roll that one but at disadvantage.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds good. Then I'll bump Con.
Alright, so you do core work with Paulo,
Sure.
as he makes you do all series of core workouts to get you... You bump up from, what do you have, like a 6-pack as Winterra?
Sure.
You have an 8-pack now.
That's
Oh,
not...
amazing.
Damn.
You'd have to be taller. I'm sorry, that's a pet peeve. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's a fantasy world, it doesn't matter.
It's fine. It's fine. It is
makes
fine
sense.
for me.
She grows taller when she shifts. Like that. Who's saying she can't have it when she's shorter too?
Fucking the way muscles work. It's okay. It's cool. It is all cool. It's good.
So yeah, now you have an 8-pack, which is
No.
totally normal.
Yep, that's normal
Let's see
and
how much
fine.
my inaccuracy of knowing about workouts pisses off my husband, who is a workout person. because that is his job.
It's cool. Everything is meat.
Yeah, so I just lift up this heavy ball thing here, and then I just stand here against the wall like this,
Stop
and
it.
then I get
Stop it.
stronger.
This feels like a thing you've actually done in real
Stop.
life. So, what, are you going to try and increase anything else?
Oh, yeah, she's also gonna go for Dex, and then if it works, then we'll try Strength.
Alright, so go ahead and roll me a Dex save.
Oh. Dirty 20.
Alright, you work with Albator for a little bit once you feel satisfied with your new, even more powerful abs. And he has you doing mostly things that work on, like, your finesse, like the aforementioned ladder thing that I already forgot what Drew said it was actually called.
Agility drills.
Yeah, agility drills. It's not my job! But fortunately, with that Dirty 20, you do make that.
Sweet.
So your dex also goes up by 1.
Awesome. Yeah, so Winterra is like dashing around doing the agility drills and is just like, oh, this actually feels like pretty normal. It's just like running through the forest and bothering my brother while we're playing It Bites.
Oh, you mean Erwin?
Oh, Erwin's been here?
Oh, of course, he's a regular. Don't tell him I said this, though. You are bigger than him.
Aw, thank you. I know I'm the better sibling. My teeth are longer than his too, look.
I noticed.
Somewhere out there, Erwin is openly weeping and doesn't know why.
If you tell him I said that, I'll deny it to the grave.
Winterra goes for a high five. She's just like, he knows not to take anything I say with a grain of salt anyway, so he won't listen.
That is good. I have a reputation.
Hey, how does Raoul do those weights with how small he is? That's pretty impressive.
Well, he just does the pulley system, and so that gives him like a small enough thing to grasp.
Nice.
Oh no, he can still lift with the best of them.
Nice. That's pretty sick. Is there a downside to trying the strength thing?
Yeah, you take a minus to strength if you do that, because if you lift weights bad, you become weaker.
Mm-mm. I wasn't sure. She's like, can I try?
Of course!
Nice.
Please, come and take my endurance course of muscle building! I didn't name this ahead of time.
So at disadvantage, that is a 15.
You do everything that you can with Raoul, but you just seem to have like a bit of a wall that you've hit with this one. And
You have plateaued.
yes, that. And unfortunately, you do not pass that one, so your strength stays where it is.
Oh well. She's like, wow, that's really impressive. I'll have to check back with you maybe another time. We'll see.
The Guild of Gaze is always open for those who wish to improve themselves physically, mentally, and I don't know a third Lee word that applies.
Spiritually.
No, that's dumb.
You're dumb.
And muscly?
Excellent!
No!
He goes and writes that on the wall.
No!
Yes! Tell Erwin I was the one that helped come up with that. It'll make him mad. It'll be funny.
I will!
I'm
Nice.
so upset.
Winterra grabs her cloak from where she had hung it up, and she's just like, alright, that was awesome. See you guys later.
To be clear, this would have been like over like a few weeks. This is not like a one-day magic improvement thing.
No, I know, but she grabs her
Okay.
cloak. She's like, alright, bye guys.
Hey, you sleep in a fighting? I don't want to hear it.
I have a
Winterra has
room.
been trying to sneak away from you because you've been, like, overbearing.
Overbearing.
Shut up.
Ah.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on over to Saith now. Saith, you actually make your way over towards the barracks. As you make your way over there, at the front door, you see this guard. He looks kind of familiar. Roll me a history check.
I rolled a 1.
You know what? I was wrong. Never mind. You've never seen this guy. Silly me. What was I thinking?
Out of character, it's probably the one she scared shitless the first time we were here, but in character.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too.
And wonder you shall.
So she's gonna walk up to him and she's gonna be like,
Barden's off putting fires off somewhere else, right?
Oh, no. Captain Stillsnow is actually, up in his office. Why would he put out fires? That's what the firefighters do.
Oh, you sweet, innocent little being, you.
she's just gonna pat him gently on the head and walk by.
Wait, you can't do- okay. Yeah, so you, make your way in. Several guards attempt to, like, low-key stop you, but you just walk past them, and they just, like, decide it's probably fine.
Yep, they're fine with that.
Yep. And you make your way up to Barden's office.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's covered in paperwork.
Well, the door's closed.
I'm gonna knock.
You hear from inside, "Come in."
I'm gonna come in now.
Yeah, it's covered in paperwork.
Good lord. Milo wasn't kidding.
Oh, Saith, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Is everything okay?
Yes, actually, I had some free time and I figured you might need a little, assistance.
Oh! Well, that's, I appreciate the notion. I'm currently just trying to sort through all these different, largely aid requests.
Are you used to handling paperwork?
I've had to do a few paperwork jobs, yes. No worries.
The way you said that makes it sound like it's under the table.
Look, just make the numbers make sense. I don't care how.
It's experience either way.
I
Don't worry,
Yeah, okay.
I don't fudge numbers. I had to go through an actual couple of classes to take this position anyway. They weren't just gonna let anybody off the street join.
Flashing back to the first arc where I definitely did just that.
Yeah, and I was like, that's the exact there was an entire conflict centered around that. That's a full lie.
Because one of your teammates is just from the woods.
They brought us in, and I was just like, it was like, are we like, do we get training? And they're like, nope, here's a book. Bye.
I lived in a cave.
Here's a book none of us have read. None of us have even attempted to read that manual.
That's not true. You guys have.
Did we?
You did once.
Not until after the first mission.
One. We had a book.
Not until after the first mission.
A book.
Yeah, you guys have taken one instance to read it.
Shit.
It has not come up since. It is the most pointless thing I've thrown at you guys.
Nice.
Yep. Like, one of your teammates literally was like, I live in a cave.
All right.
I mean, technically, Barney doesn't know this, so, you know.
Yes.
As far as he's concerned, that's
he
true.
She shouldn't lie to him though.
I mean, maybe you guys took classes after that.
Yes.
Sure. That's what getting to know Bookworm was, right? Yeah.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Bookworm's like secret passion was like, and here's the world of paperwork.
No.
Well, actually, she did just spend like the last 6 months reading
And
in the library. I mean,
that's basically paperwork. Roll me... Let's see. We'll just say an intelligence check.
17.
Yeah, you're actually able to help him get a decent amount of paperwork handled. It's still a pretty decent amount of stuff, considering the, everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a sizable amount that you help him get through by the end of the day. He says, I haven't managed to make this much progress in a while. Almost feels like I'm actually able to get it done now. Thank you.
Well, if I have to leave here again, I want to make sure that you're taken care of this time, rather than just kind of leaving you with a mess to clean up.
Well, to be fair, I did sort of push you guys out.
You kind of had every right. I mean, we were rookies. We didn't know what we were doing yet. And besides, spending the time with you isn't too bad either.
We were filling out forms. I can't imagine it was that much fun.
Okay, well, when I'm around you, my smile is more than just forced. How about that?
Damn, go Barden. He turns bright red.
Aw.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
You don't have to say anything, Barden. Just, let it simmer. And when all of this calms down...
She takes a spare piece of paper and gives him her speaking stone number.
Oh, well, I mean, it's still a lot to do, but I guess if you...
She stands up and she's like...
And, I will gladly climb up your tree at any point.
Ooh, boy!
Holy shit, Sane.
And with that, she's gonna walk away, and he gets to look at her nice, thick ass. Her nice, canonically thick ass.
As you walk, I was like, wait, hold on, don't you want my number?
I have it already.
Wait, what?
See you later, honey.
You close the door on your way out.
Yeah, I do.
I'm so glad you remembered that. Arlo,
Sorry, dude.
you find your way back to HQ. Because you know you have something that you want to do, something that you know is beneficial, but that is ever so slightly above your pay grade. At least as far as the logistics of it, so you're going to need a hand to get the ball rolling. And there's only one person that you can think of that would be able to help you with this.
Alright, so I go to see Ryan, I suppose.
Yep. You make your way to her office, which is noticeably more organized than the last time you saw it. It seems like she has very quickly sort of gotten herself back on track, though. At least superficially, as far as you can tell. Like, she has been doing her usual stuff, but it's not like getting over what she did is something that happens instantaneously, but at the very least, there's progress. And you see her working through some papers, trying to really just get, like, some initial planning done. And she knows, she's like, oh, hello, sorry, I was in the middle of something. Did you need something?
I need approval for an initiative, I guess we'd call it. A project.
Okay. What's the project?
We're gonna need to change our approach when we eventually go to try to save Odart.
I mean, currently we don't even... I'm just trying to figure out what resources we have available to us and figure out that, so...
Well, that's part of the issue. I guess kind of the issue is that we're still doing things the same way that we did before, which worked well enough then. But right now, our system of small organized strike teams is made to spot fix problems, which is good when everything's going generally well. But when we try to organize ourselves on a larger scale, it kind of tends to fall flat. So I'd like to head that initiative.
What exactly did you have in mind?
We've got townspeople willing to fight. We've got trained combatants willing to fight. We've got captains. We've got teams. We just need them all to be able to work together. We need some manner of a functioning militia if we're going to march on that turtle.
Are you saying you want to raise an army?
I'm saying... and he pulls out like a file that he's put together like very carefully, and then like slides it over to her.
Oh!
And opens it up. It's got like, detailed plans of like how he would like organize things as far as like, different like strike teams being like, redistributed into like larger scale attack forces, how like, different forces would like support one another in like a battlefield scenario, and like very detailed plans of like how to go about an attack on a fortified fortress, especially if it was fortified by like night walkers. He's like, this is kind of what I've been putting together. I'm calling this the Neverwinter Dragoons Initiative. I'd like to establish it here.
This is extraordinarily well planned out. Truth be told, part of the thing I was dreading having to figure out was how we were even going to face Vincent. So I was focusing on getting to him.
You worry about that. What I'm gonna do is worry about that when we get to him, we have something that we can actually do. And that's gonna take us going at it together.
Well, I can truthfully think of fewer people I would trust more with that. She closes the folder, hands it back to you, and says, "You have my approval."
Arlo like reaches back and like grabs the folder. And he's like, alright, cool, bye. And then he runs out of the room.
As you start to run out, it's like, wait!
He kind of freezes in place.
Would you mind having a seat, please?
Very stiffly sits down.
Roll me an insight check.
Sure, it's not athletics. I'm real good at those.
I don't know. Can you athletically determine what's up with her?
Maybe. You know?
No. Shut up. Roll insight.
Ooh, it's a 19.
Yeah. She looks like she's sort of nervous, like anxious about something. Like it looks like whatever it is that she has called you back for, she's not super comfortable with the idea of doing. It's like, so after everything, and with, I'm normally so much better than this. I'm sorry.
Alright. Were you saying something? It sounded really quiet there at the end.
I said I was, so sorry.
You're really mumbling there.
I'm sorry! I shoved you away when you were only trying to help. I lost myself to everything that had happened, and you were only trying to help, and I treated you wrongly, and I don't expect you to forgive me for it, but just know, I am sorry.
Let me text Saith real quick, since it's apparently the best time to strike it at Asmodeus, seeing as how hell is frozen over as you finally apologized. I'm joking. I understand where you're at and what you did, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm not deeply, deeply, deeply hurt. And I will need time. But when that time has passed, and possibly when all this is said and done, I would love to, have a drink together again sometime.
She gives you a soft smile and says, I would also enjoy that. No, this still feels like I'm getting off too easy for it. I know. And she stands up from her desk and walks over in front of you with her arms behind her back and says, I want you to hit me.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like I don't want to kink shame, but I feel like that's also moving really fast.
That's not... No, although, please. We're both soldiers. You know what I meant. What I did was wrong. So, I will not dodge. I will not block. Just... one free hit.
So, I got one free hit, and you will not block, you will not dodge. You promise?
If you kiss me, I will kill you.
Fuck!
That could be seen from a country mile away.
Damn. Called out.
I'm gonna have him do like a little
Ryan
peck on the
wastes
cheek.
no time.
No, I heard it in your voice.
Alright. So Arlo says like, alright, I guess that would be fair, but close your eyes, I don't want you to see it coming, that makes me feel bad.
Fine. And she closes her eyes.
And, is there a window in Ryan's office?
Yes?
I think we established yes there is, because Saith was outside of it last time.
Barlow pecks her on the cheek and then immediately runs and jumps out the window. Like, you can't kill me if you can't catch me! Jumps out the window.
You jump towards the window, but it was locked and you do slam your face on it.
I should be able to jump through a window. It's made out of glass and shit.
Yeah, but not for what I want to do, you don't.
Fuck you.
You do that, she, puts her hand on her cheek and, rubs it a little bit as you are, face down on your ass.
Why are these windows so well reinforced?
And she actually starts laughing to herself a little bit. Oh, well, that wasn't quite what I was expecting, but that's more on me, I suppose. Still, kind of funny, though. I never took you as the kind of person to pass up the opportunity to give me a good pounding.
Oh, shit!
What happened? Like, Arlo doesn't know how to handle that.
She did fully 100% actually say that.
And Arlo fully 100% said, wait, what is happening right now?
I figure this makes us more properly even. I'm letting you in on my dirty little secret. I actually have a little bit of a soft spot for vulgar humor.
Oh, wow. No one will ever believe me.
No, they won't. Truth be told, when you were having your encounter with Vincent and Silvery Moon, and you wrote that prescription, I nearly died. I almost blew your cover.
I'm dying right now. I'm dead.
Arlo, like a smile slowly creeps over Arlo's face. He's like, this is the greatest knowledge that has ever been given to me.
She extends her hand to help you up and says, and since no one will believe you, it will be our little secret.
Speechlessness is not good for podcasts, but
I know. You've heard me. You've heard me screaming.
speechlessness is not good for podcasts, but I cannot speak.
And she pats you on the shoulder and says, well, when I need you again for the next phase of planning, I will be sure to call for you and everyone else. Until then, I believe you have some work to do.
That is accurate, but, I'm glad you're getting back to how I remember you.
It's good to be getting back there again. In that regard, don't ever do that again. So, we're gonna fast forward a little bit. It has been about 3 months since the circus. Everyone has been doing their own thing. Arlo has been specifically busy with getting the Neverwinter Dragoons established.
And fight clubbing in the meantime.
Yep. But you have noticed something a little bit strange. Some people who have... You had a pretty decent-sized force to work with in the beginning, but as time went on, a lot of the people seemed to just kind of stop showing up to training. And it didn't seem like these people were becoming less interested. They were some of the more enthusiastic people, but for some reason they just haven't been showing up. And as you wrap up another day of training, you see a familiar face show up. Bug.
Oh, hey, Bug.
Barf.
How you doing, bud?
Barf, barf.
Ah, I forgot that is how you sound. That
Barf?
is my least favorite part. What are you doing? You're here to see Polly? He lifts his hat up and Polly just wakes up from a nap and looks excitedly.
Barf, barf, barf! And they happily play for a little bit, but you do notice that there is a letter attached to Bug's collar.
Oh, I snagged that letter real quick.
The letter says, emergency meeting at HQ, Winterra.
Oh, well, looks like I gotta get rolling. Polly, playtime's over. Come on.
And he flies back into your hat.
Yeah.
And then you and Bug travel back over to HQ, where you see Winterra and Saith in Ryan's office with Ryan and Barden. And Ryan says, glad you could show up on such short notice. We realize that there's a little bit of a domestic issue that we need to settle rather promptly. Otherwise, any efforts that we take to fix the world will be largely in vain. And Barden goes on with a report that he has and says, yes, we've noticed a large uprise in sick cases. Almost as if there was a small-scale plague going around the city. The symptoms seem to follow mostly a sort of weakness. But not just exhaustion or fatigue, but almost like vulnerability, if you will. People have reportedly been more sensitive to heat or
cut themselves more easily on things that normally wouldn't. And it has become a rather large problem that we need to deal with before the entire city of Neverwinter ends up becoming incapable of fighting, or even surviving their day-to-days.
That might have been what's been happening to my recruits. The numbers have been shrinking lately.
Very well might be. Fortunately, we have noticed that there is one consistency with all of the cases that have been reported, and we were hoping that the three of you might be able to look into this for us.
What might that consistency be?
It appears that every reported case seems to have all eaten at the same dining establishment just before their symptoms started showing up.
Good
Oh,
God.
Oh.
And he looks at his report and kind of squints his eyes a little bit.
Oh no.
There are only two answers,
Oh boy.
and I'm pretty sure I know which one.
And he says, Big Becky's
Yep.
Wondrous Tavern?
Big Betty's
Oh.
Wandering Tavern.
Oh boy.
There is a
Oh, boy.
pause.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Let's go! We're going. We gotta go take care of this. We
gotta go
check this
We gotta go
out.
talk to somebody. Hold on.
As you guys make your way for the door, you notice that Ryan has used her amazing monk speed to get to the door before you guys and is holding it shut, and she looks pissed.
Winterra hasn't even moved. Like, the other two started, like, trying to sneak out. Winterra was just like, I don't know why you guys even tried that.
I forget sometimes.
And then Barnes says, My apologies. The writing was smudged. It appears you already knew about this. And then Ryan says, How long have you known?
We did not know about any sickness going around, but we are generally aware of the eating establishment. Oh, wait! Okay, now I get it. The food is difficult to handle.
You knew about this and never... How long have you known?
How long have we worked here?
You've known that long about this eating establishment and never bothered to report it?
Technically, we
Did
called
you
you
not
while
know?
we were eating there one time.
We really did.
Actually, we did technically tell you about it. We called you on the phone when we were trying to ambush Ash. We were at that location.
And then you immediately dismissed it. I was keeping track of every time it came up in conversation.
Oh boy.
You said
boy.
Big Baggy, she said what, and you said never mind.
Fuck.
We really dropped the ball on this one.
Alright, what can you tell us about this place you've apparently learned so much about?
Okay.
So like all the meals are kind of a double-edged sword.
It's run by a
like
hag.
yeah,
What?
made by a hag. No, she's chill. Her name's Big Betty.
She's a
very...
hag!
Arlo, you've met Betty. I don't know that chill is the right word.
Well, she's not chill exactly. She's a good hang though.
She's an ally. Well, I mean, I would say non-denominational.
She's chaotic neutral, in general, it seems like.
Ryan and Bargain's jaws are on the floor.
Or Winterra's making a noise in the background that's the equivalent of, don't know about ally, but...
Yeah, that's why I corrected myself. That's
She
why I
is not
corrected myself
actively
to
an antagonist.
non-denominational.
Winterra's just like, look, if you eat the food there, you either will get a boost to something, depending on the food you eat, or drink, or you suffer greatly from it. Like, let's say, like when we were in Time Anther, fire vulnerability.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that did happen.
It did happen.
Remember that one time I almost died?
But it also gives us like a second chance sometimes. I mean, like,
Yeah, it's like, it's a big
if
gamble.
I miss with my sword, I can just be like, wait, hang on a minute, let me try that again.
So what you're saying is that that you three hardened adventurers sometimes struggle to down this food that could be extremely dangerous properly, and you think it's okay for normal people to eat it?
Oh, no, not at all.
No,
Oh,
fully
yeah,
not.
no, definitely not.
She opens the door and says, "Take care of it now!"
Absolutely.
Where is Betty at?
Bargain says, "The restaurant has been downtown for some time, apparently."
Wait, hold on. That's not normal for her.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not normal?
It's Big Betty's Wandering Tavern. It's always somewhere different.
Oh,
And you didn't think to report this.
she can't wander. The Night Walkers. I wonder if they affect her too. It's affecting the Fae.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did tell you guys about that. That is happening in the Feywild.
Take care of it now!
We're gonna do it. Gosh.
Yes, ma'am.
She has this look of just, like, frustration and defeat.
I'm just saying, if you tried it,
Go!
then like when the... Alright, fine.
Don't eat the Suna.
She's gonna peek back in the room at Barton and just be like, blow him a kiss. And like, walk away.
As you blow the kiss, Ryan slams the door in your face.
Oh god, I hope that Sniffs hasn't gone in there, because I don't want to think about what Sniffs would try to eat.
Yes.
Alright, so you guys head downtown, and sure enough, there is Big Betty's Wandering Tavern.
Hold on a minute. I need to stop by the, ye old copy service.
Why?
I have an idea.
You have an idea?
Yes. Waivers.
Flavors?
If she cannot travel because of the Night Walkers, right? And she wants to set up shop, then the citizens have a right to eat there, but they need to be well informed that if they do, they accept the risk of the bad effects of the food or the good effects of the food.
Arlo, like, puts his hands on both sides of, like, Saif's head, and he goes, Saif, you beautiful, terrifying genius. It's a great idea.
Yeah, so I figured we could make waivers. Have them set up at the front of the restaurant, and Sweetie Puppy Boy could make sure that all of the civilians who come in to eat sign a waiver.
You would still 100% need Betty's consent to do that.
But that's a way better selling point than, like, stop serving people food, they're dying.
Yeah, see, but I figured, like, we could go there with the waiver written, ready to go, and then be like, hey, what do you think of this idea? We have it prepared for you, if you like it.
Alright, I'll say you guys could just, like, have done this already.
Yeah.
We don't need to play out a scene of you guys making a waiver.
Oh, what? You're not gonna come up with a fun shopkeep that runs the copy shop?
No, I'm not.
Which has to be a wizard with, like, a bunch of, like, animated quills.
Yep, definitely that. Alright, but that didn't happen, so moving on.
Fine.
Yeah, so they go to Big Betty's.
Alright. So yeah, you guys enter the tavern, and it looks like there's a decent number of patrons in there. But, as per usual, Betty's like, hey, you guys again! What's up?
Hey, Betty.
What's up, my dude? And she offers you a fist for a fist pound.
I do fully dap her up.
It's nice.
Saif does it too, but with the end of her tail.
Betty meets that with her own ass.
Yes!
What
Nice.
the fuck?
Hi, Betty.
So,
What's up?
are you guys here to eat?
Well, yes, but first and foremost, we have to take care of business. Unfortunately, people like us, we can handle the effects of your food, which are amazing.
Damn straight.
Either way.
Damn straight. My food's the best.
Yes, it is. Okay, but sometimes civilians who are more used to eating things that are less,
Season.
adventurous, tend to become ill while eating
What are you saying?
food as adventurous as yours.
Some people are too weak to handle the power that courses through your
Awesomeness
food.
that is your food.
That's their problem, not mine.
True.
Exactly! Which is why, to protect both you and the citizens, I kind of had an idea, and I hope you don't mind, but I went ahead and got a couple of copies here for you I made this waiver. You could have Spib have the people who want to eat here sign it and keep it on file and, basically just put it in a box somewhere and that way people can keep coming back if they want.
That way, later on, if people were too weak to handle your kick-ass food and they're all like, oh, my tummy, you can be like, no, you signed this paper that says you knew that, hey, it is possible that you're too bitch-made for my food, and that's on you.
Wait. Are you guys... You're trying to... I see what you're doing. You guys are trying to get me involved in all that legal bullshit. Which means you are the... And her eyes go like real, like they dilate like a fish's eyes. And then she just goes, Health Inspector!
What?
And
No.
as she
What is
does that, the room vibrates with a horrid force.
Betty, wait!
The lights start to flicker, and then all of a sudden, everything goes dark. Before the lights come back on
You
in an
pass!
empty room.
No!
Damn it.
And that is where we shall pause our tale for now. Hello, everyone. This is your sometimes benevolent, often malevolent Dungeon Master, Jordan Hoshiroman, thanking you for listening to the end of this episode. I encourage you to keep listening through past these little announcements so you can hear some of the bloopers that didn't quite get to make it into this week's episode. If you want to find out more about this episode, then head on over to our Patreon over at patreon.com/agentsofdamned, where you can get access to a ton of cool extra content, like our after show Peek Behind the Screen, our monthly Tales of series that dives into some of the less main characters, as well as shoutouts like SC Lark and Hitoshura have earned themselves, both of whom have also earned access to our monthly one-shot raffle, where you guys can be entered into a raffle to be part of a one-shot with the Agent's crew. And have any of us DM, they've been a lot of fun so far, so if you want to find out about that, then join our Patreon. You can also find us on our websites at agentsofdamned.com, where you can find full transcriptions, cast bios, and a link to our merch store, which you can also find at tpublic.com/user/AOD. We are also on social media. Facebook is AOD, Instagram and TikTok are Agents of Damned, and Twitter is Agents of D. I am at Pokechap, Christina's at Greekachu, Katie's at Missy Mystery, MYSSY Mystery, and Drew is Liger Cero, Liger CER and the number 0, all on Twitter. You can also join our Discord, which is a lively, bubbly little place. You can find a link to that in our show notes. If you want to get a little bit more of us, then head on over to twitch.tv/AODcast every Saturday at noon, where you can find us playing some manner of crazy game. Our current ongoing things are Christina and I are doing a Pokemon Silver Nuzlocke, where I am the one at the controller, but she is the one telling me what to do. It has been a hilarious run so far, and I look forward to seeing where else it goes. But when we don't do that, I'm playing Hollow Knight right now, which has also been a lot of fun. I didn't realize how much I love that game. Anyway, don't forget to leave us a review, share the show with a friend, enemy, or random passerby. All that helps us to grow immensely, which lets us make the show better for you. Until next time, bye.
This sucks. What is wrong, Betty? I'm trying to figure out a new dessert option for the menu. Apparently people don't like dark chocolate anchovy grilled parfait. It is interesting issue. Have you considered searching outside of ourselves?
Perhaps might I recommend Just Cheesecakes by Tina Rose.
Who that?
Who that? Why, Just Cheesecake by Tina Rose is local bakery that specializes in cheesecake found in southern Charlotte, North Carolina. As the name implies, they make cheesecake.
Is that all? I mean, hell, I can do that.
Oh, Betty, you misunderstand. They make so many. They have regular cheesecake, they have cupcake cheesecake. They have so many amazing options for you to choose from.
Interesting. Where can I find them?
You can find them on facebook.com at Just Cheesecakes by Tina Rose. There they have all sorts of pictures of all of the different cheesecake that they make. And when you're ready to order, you can contact them there.
Sounds good. I guess I'll give that a shot.
Remember, Betty, it's Just Cheesecakes by Tina Rose.
Can I ask a small question? I know we're doing a moment, but is Sniff still floating?
No, he's actually...
Damn it.
He's learned how to control that now.
Damn it!
Oh.
I love the idea of Sniff is still a balloon, and this whole time, like, even during this dramatic thing that, like, he's just been held on by someone. Like, Nugget's had him, like, it's held on, like, don't float away, buddy.
No, he's learned how to control that. It's been 6 months.
Damn.
Oh, Betty.
Jordan, why would you take our most, like, beloved ally?
I mean, I never not assumed that. That's on them.
I have a better answer for you.
Wow, way to shut Arlo down, but okay.
Gee, thanks. I have a better idea.
No, I'm sorry. That's my
Hello,
own.
my name is Pat, and I've discovered the molecules that make up everything. I think we should call it Patter.
No.
A guy named Matt.
No.
I think I have a better idea for that.
Come on. Let's course correct.
Yeah, let Matt finish what she was saying.
I'm sorry. That was my platitudinous.
No, it's fine. We're just fucking with you.
Not a better answer.
We'll put that in a blooper. Don't worry.
Okay.
Winterra, would you like to one-up Safe now?
Get it.
Do it. Think of something even more emotionally significant.
Fucking roaster.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go. Let's have an emotion off.
I am sorry
So
though.
it feels off.
Her father is farce. Her father.
What?
I'm sorry.
Not yet.
Wait.
His father.
Not
What
yet.
the hell?
Oh no.
Alright. Okay. Hold on. Starting over. Alright. Hang on a minute.
She's walking away. She hears a thunk from underneath Barton's desk.
No.
No, I'm sure as soon as she said, as soon as my smile's not just, a smile for you, he's like,
Thunk.
I don't like how well that sounded.
I know.
Anywho.
Well.